everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on DC News Now at 9. We have some breaking news for you. I'm Susan Tran.
Good evening. I'm Chris Flanagan. That breaking news is out of Manassas Park, Virginia tonight in the case of a missing mother.
Now, police have already blocked off that Manassas Park area, which was the home of Mamta Coughley Bott. The 28-year-old was last seen on July 31st, but her husband did not report her missing until August 5th.
Yeah, DC News Now's Max Marcilla joining us live tonight from the Manassas Park Police Station, where we're expecting an update in this case within the next half hour or so.
And Max, back at the house, there's still police there. The presence is pretty significant, and so far they've been pretty tight-lipped, though.
Right, Chris and Susan, we don't know exactly why they were at the house. Presumably they were looking for something. We don't know what. We are hoping to get those answers at a press conference here at the Manassas Park Police Department at 9:30. You can see some of Mamta's friends are here hoping to learn what we are hoping to learn as well. What we can tell you as you take a look at some video that we captured earlier today is that this was an operation where police were often going in and out of the home. We saw frequent flashes from a camera in the garage and in other parts of the house likely as well. Now, Mamta Coughley was last seen 3 weeks ago today. She has been declared missing under involuntary circumstances. She was, as you mentioned, reported missing by her husband on August 5th. That's 5 days after she was last seen. Now, she is a 28-year-old nurse and a mom to a baby who just turned 1 year old yesterday. We have reported about how this community has come together in the search for her. There have been flyer distributions and search parties, and tonight one of her former coworkers was watching the police again go in and out of that house, and we spoke with her a bit earlier.
The case isn't going to have a positive outcome the way that we've been praying for, and I think that's really hard to say out loud. Justice for Mamta may come in a different form or fashion. Now, we don't know. Right, I'm not making assumptions or judgments. I don't think any of us know what may have happened, but I do feel confident that they're going through that house very thorough to try to find the answers.
And those answers are what we're hoping to learn as well. Again, that press conference, Chris and Susan, set for 9:30 here at the Manassas Park Police Department. Live in Manassas Park, I'm Max Marcilla. Back to you.
This conference live from police headquarters here when it happens at 9:30. Meanwhile, a live look outside at the White House. It's a gorgeous Wednesday evening. Temperatures, they feel fall-like, but you know what? The heat, it's going to be back soon.
All right, let's check in with our chief meteorologist, Janessa Webb. So if we like the fall feel, we've been getting it, but if we like the summer-like temps, we'll be getting that as well.
Yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag this week. What you can count on is dry conditions. Really, that will continue for the next 5 days across the DMV. I see no rain in the near future, and so that can be a positive as well. We do have some areas still in that drought, but we'll get an update from the drought monitor for tomorrow. 72. Clear skies tonight, another very comfortable night, but look at all these 60s from Prince George's County down towards Lexington Park. You have a 59 crisp air making its way across northern Virginia right now. Culpeper and Fauquier County. You have the Rappahannock Valley as well. They're into the upper 50s, and so tonight we're really watching western Maryland because dew points are way down, and so you're going to have an air temperature that's going to be falling into the upper 40s in some spots, but it does move into Sterling, Loudoun County as well. So this is very dry air, and more of that is expected. The temperature difference in the last 24 hours, we're about 45 degrees cooler northern Virginia, but we are a little bit warmer for areas like Kaiser and Cumberland. It is a very nice start to your Thursday. Temperatures, they're going to heat up a few digits for tomorrow. We'll look at that forecast coming up.
All right, Janessa, we'll see you then. Meanwhile, developing right now in the district, a business in Adams Morgan out tens of thousands of dollars after a burglar breaks in here overnight.
Here's the thing. The way they got into the store and then back out again, it's like something you would read from a thriller. We have DC News Now's Marielle Carbone live for us there from Lee Liquor. And Marielle, all right, walk us through. How did they get in?
Yeah, Susan, certainly surprising, almost like a movie. The burglar breaking through a wall in this vacant building and coming out into the neighboring liquor and jewelry store here. The owner of this business telling me the burglary still very shocking.
Jumbled, just shocked.
For Tam Lee, his day at Lee Liquor started off with a shocking discovery. Boxes of beer knocked and smashed over. Behind that, a small hole cut out, opening into the neighboring building.
But they just broke through the side of the wall, and that's unfathomable for me.
According to Lee, neighbors reported hearing banging coming from the vacant building next to Lee Liquor around 2 a.m. That's when Lee believes a burglar was hard at work, smashing through 2 to 3 layers of brick. This photo shows the hole from the other side.
I don't know how many hours of work or how long they were banging there.
Security cameras caught the suspect entering Lee Liquor and Lee Jewelry with a crowbar. Lee says the masked burglar got away with an expected $100,000 worth of jewelry and watches, escaping back through the hole.
My father's been here for like 30 years plus. Never ever anything of this magnitude.
Lee is hoping MPD will increase patrol. More than that, he hopes police catch the person or people responsible.
Honestly, I just hope they get caught. We're out so much. I mean, we could go out of business, it's tough.
And Lee tells me about 2 weeks ago, someone tried to break through the back wall of the building unsuccessfully. At that point, the family was able to patch that hole and reinforce the wall. But of course, now about 10 days later, someone coming through this side wall here. Chris and Susan, anyone with information is asked to contact police. Reporting live in Adams Morgan tonight, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
Well, tonight, staying in the district, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser saying there will be an internal review after council member Trayon White is hit with a federal bribery charge. She said in a statement to D.C. News Now, we will conduct an internal review of the council members' interactions with violence interruption programs, and we will, of course, cooperate with law enforcement as needed. Now, on the heels of Councilman White's arrest, his office saying he is canceling a back-to-school backpack giveaway scheduled for the weekend. In a statement, they write, while we are disappointed that we will not be able to come together as planned, we want to take this opportunity to wish all students a fantastic school year ahead.
A district gym says it is getting rid of surveillance cameras from the men's locker rooms. Vita Fitness got a whole lot of backlash when members first found out about the camera program. Now, the owner of the gym says the cameras were added to stop theft. In a statement to DC News Now, David Von Storch says that they will no longer have the video surveillance in the sink area or walkways in the men's locker room. But he also says security cameras will stay at the entrance of these locker rooms. They're just not going to point into the changing area. He says the gym will be stepping up enforcement with regular walkthroughs. Over in Maryland, police are investigating a deadly crash in Montgomery County, and this time it involves a man on a lawnmower. Investigators say a driver hit a man on a lawnmower. This was yesterday afternoon along the Great Seneca Highway. The 28-year-old was taken to the hospital where he later died. The other driver did stay on the scene, and investigators are now trying to figure out what happened.
Meanwhile, staying in Montgomery County, we're learning more about a condominium fire this weekend. Investigators now say a teen purposely started this fire in Clarksburg. Now several families are without a home. Jordan Brown says he's still coming to terms with losing his home of 10 years. He says he's struggling to understand why someone intentionally burned down this complex.
I just don't know why someone would do that. There's no point in causing pain on people you don't even know.
Montgomery County Fire says a teenager has been charged and was released into his parents' custody.
Maryland farmers hurt by drought conditions could get some federal help. Governor Wes Moore sharing these details. Now, he says farmers in several communities, including Frederick, Montgomery, and Washington counties, can apply for low-interest federal loans. And they can use the money towards replacing livestock or equipment, reorganizing farming operations, or refinancing some debts. We have more information on the whole application process on our website, dcnewsnow.com.
Well, more than 100,000 students in Prince George's County will return to class on Monday.
That's right, and families, they really took advantage of a vaccination clinic today to get them ready for the new year. DC News Now's Tim Reed spoke with parents who are just really glad there was easy access to these shots.
Today, dozens of parents brought their children to this clinic here in Laurel to get their vaccinations before school starts. This program started several weeks ago, and today I spoke to several parents who tell us they are thankful the county is providing this service.
Well, I'm definitely appreciative because the kids definitely need this, so they can stay healthy.
Wayne Rogers and his wife brought their 3 kids to get their vaccinations Wednesday afternoon. All 3 have their Band-Aids on their arms to prove it. They attend schools at Greenbelt Middle and Roosevelt Senior High School.
It gives me a great peace of mind, not only for the vaccine being offered, but also because during COVID, when kids were at home from school, they missed their friends, they missed that personal interaction, and I think that is very much needed in their development and growth as young adults. So I'm happy they're able to return to school fully vaccinated.
The Prince George's County Health Department started offering vaccinations in early August to protect students from serious illnesses like COVID-19, measles, and mumps, to name a few.
And we having some disease, we having some pandemic here and there. So for me, it's good for the kid to have something, you know, to be protected.
The vaccinations were given out at clinics in Laurel and Cheverly, Maryland.
And also some of these diseases we can hopefully eradicate one day if everyone gets vaccinated so it doesn't continue to spread.
The back-to-school vaccination program will end on Thursday. In Prince George's County, Tim Reed, DC News Now.
Meanwhile, a reminder to public school students in the district, you are required to have up-to-date vaccines before heading back to school on Monday. District is offering free vaccinations for children or adults who are uninsured. We do have a link to what vaccine students need and where you can go right now on our website, dcnewsnow.com.
The National Book Festival is this weekend in the district. It's a great opportunity for people to meet and hear from some of their favorite authors. It's the Washington Convention Center. It's happening there on Saturday. It's free and it starts at 9 in the morning.